Aside from being the SailX professor, I'm also Neo from the Matrix part-time, and I'm going to explain to you guys why that is. So, right here, I'm sailing along, right, having a good time, laughing, clearly, right? But then watch what happens. Watch what transpires here. Just watch. And you might be wondering, how in the heck would I possibly know to do that? That must have been lucky. That must have been some big gamble. No, absolutely educated, and I'll show you guys why. Let's go back. 100% educated decision. And so, as I'm coming up to this mark here, I'm thinking, okay, so we got skiffs. Definitely don't want to be on the starboard lane with all these wind shadows, because that's slow. Also, we got current pushing up. What's more is that there's more wind out on the left-hand side, so approaching from port would be beneficial in some aspect. If anything, my escape plan could always just be duck one boat, but then tack before another, because what's likely going to happen is a bunch of these boats are going to overlay because this current's pushing up. So I'm like, okay, let's go out port, see what happens, sort of see if there's a hole that will open up for me. Right? And then I notice, right about here, I noticed that SailX quick tacks. He quick tacks because he can't tack regularly because he'll just crash into Waterwolf 07 right here. So he quick tacks, and notice as he finishes his quick tack, he's holding out pretty much all the boats that could tack onto me, right? Not only that, but he's also lost a bunch of his speed. He's like in this wind shadow, and he just quick tacks, so very slow right now, and he has to tack back soon, right? So he's just gonna be very slow. And I'm definitely passing Pike more because my angle of approach here. Plus he's in these wind shadows, so I'm like, okay, this should work out. Because what happens is, even if SailX decides to tack really close here, he can't tack too close, otherwise he'll hit Waterwolf once again. So he has to tack after Waterwolf, which he does. As soon as Waterwolf passes, he tacks, right? But I'm still like, nah, you're too slow. You're too slow and the current's pushing up. So the reason why I attacked this early is because I got speed, I got lots of speed, and this current should be enough to take me over the mark. Which it is. By a pretty significant margin. I probably could have attacked a little bit earlier there. Right? So that was my reasoning for going around that Windward mark in such the beautiful fashion in which I did. A lot of people just sort of see me and others have this uncanny ability to round Windward marks without being scathed, while others just sort of kind of barge because they mess up. And I wouldn't say that's necessarily like a sixth sense as much as it is just being aware of the whole situation at hand, and then making a calculated risk based off of that. And once again, my reason for approach could be like, even if I knew I couldn't get inside of SailX there, I could duck him and then just tack on the inside of other boats, because once again, as I explained, this current's pushing up. So, kind of the moral of the story is to, at these Windward marks, be aware of the whole situation at hand, so you can understand where you want to fit into the puzzle, especially if you're coming in on port. And always factor in the current. Obviously, if the current is pushing upward or to the right, the general consensus is that you want to maybe try to take a calculated risk like I did there, right? Because what's likely going to happen is people are going to overlay that mark, and you can go for these poor tech approaches. But if the current is down or going to the right, then that's not such a great idea, because tacking is just unreliable when the current is working against you. I mean, obviously, when you're coming in on port and the current's coming out left, it's working against you already, and it's pushing you into the mark. Or if it's pushing down, that can be super harmful if you have to bail and quick tack and lose speed, and then all of a sudden the current pushes you below lay. That's definitely not smart. So, yeah. So I hope this video was informative. And if you guys liked it, be sure to leave a like, maybe subscribe to my channel for future videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.